it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to the future of law enforcement. ED-209.
Hi, welcome to a quick unboxing and review of the Chronicle Collectibles RoboCop ED-209. This is a studio scaled piece and it's moulded directly from the original masters and an actual screen puppet used on screen during the movie. Now for people wishing to know how large this actual shipping box is, it is roughly 48 centimetres in depth, which is about 19 inches, by about 42 centimetres in width, which is just a little over 16 inches, and it's roughly about 68 centimetres in height, which is roughly about 27 inches. Now there's a couple of ways you can purchase this item. One is through the Chronicle Collectibles website direct. You can purchase it, and they also do a double quality check just to make sure that everything is screen accurate and there's no damage to the item. Plus you can also get some bonus extras which they include. If you order from your local distributor, depending on where that might be, unfortunately you miss out on the double quality check and the bonus items. Anyway, let's get on with the unboxing. Okay, so once you remove the inner box from the brown shipping container, this is what you get. A full colour ED-209 product box which the statue is housed in. Somebody at Chronicle has gone to the great time and effort to produce this box, not only because of the full colour graphics, but you also get a silver metallic ED-209 down the bottom and a gloss varnish on the RoboCop itself. That's not a cheap option to do, so somebody spent a bit of time and money doing that. On the back you also get some film images from the movie, and you also get an explanation about the product itself. So great time and effort has been given to deliver a box like this. So inside the graphics ED-209 RoboCop box, you get your typical styrofoam padding box, and on top of this, Chronicle has their certificate of authenticity. So inside the polystyrene box, I would imagine the top's contained obviously in the top. Currently I've just removed the sticky tape around it, so let's open it up and have a look. So there's the base that the ED-209 will sit on. It comes in a plastic, clear plastic bag. I'll just open it up there. So there. So yeah, it's a nice base with the logo on it. Phil Tippett's signature. I can tell that's an original because I've seen others and his signature always changes. So if it was screen printed on, it'd always be the same. But obviously he's signed it. There's also fingerprints all over it. So obviously he's leaned up against it, or somebody's leaned up against it. So that's another, you can get those dusted printed or something and see if it is genuine. On the back is a full logo fest, and this back is nice because it is all rubber. You're not getting 4 dots of rubber or anything like that, so it's not going to slip. So as far as I can see, that's a nice looking base. There's no damage to it or anything like that. So we'll move on to the lower part, ED-209 itself. So I've just removed the outer tape from the bottom section, so we'll just open it up and have a look. And inside looks like the top half of ED-209 and the bottom half of ED-209. Again, all wrapped in plastic. There's a few silica gels around there and some padding to keep it in place. So we'll start removing that and start putting it together. So there you can see it comes in two parts. And for those playing along at home, I don't think there's going to be any problem with the dome cracking like on other products that may have come along for ED-209. So I'll grab the base and we'll start putting it together and see what it looks like. So as mentioned, there's three items that come in the box. There's the base, there's ED-209's legs, and then there's ED-209's head. ED-209's head has this spike and a chiselled piece which slots into the legs of the ED-209 sculpture, so you can only put it in one way. And ED-209's legs also have these spikes which go into the spikes on the base itself to hold it up. So let's do that now. So the back one in the back one, that one in the front one, and that should just slide in and hold there nicely. Now attempt to get the head in one piece. Okay, so here is the Chronicle Collectibles Legacy Series RoboCop ED-209 from the Phil Tippett Studio. It is put together. The head took me a bit longer to put in than what I expected. The only reason was I was trying to put the head front on. I didn't realise it was offset a bit, so yeah, I wasn't putting the pin in correctly. For those at home, if you position the pin strictly down there, the head is slightly off this way and it just drops straight in, no dramas whatsoever. The only thing I've just noticed to be careful of, there is a little pin in there which is part of ED-209, so don't try and get your fingers in there, otherwise you will break that. It looks fairly fragile, so just be mindful of that. The piece is solid once it's together, so I don't think you'll have any dramas of it falling over or anything. Just for those who are wanting to know, I'll take some measurements. Bearing in mind this is a studio scale prop, there's a debate of whether it's true 1/6 or anything like that. It's a studio scale prop built for use of film at that point in time, so it could have been any scale. So we could have had a postage stamp size ED-209, or we could have had a half building size ED-209. This is the scale they built it is, so this is the scale it is. So just to take a few measurements for people out there, from ED-209's foot to his dome is roughly 32 centimetres or 12 inches. His width is roughly, taken from the legs, is roughly probably 26 centimetres or just over 10 inches. His height from the base is roughly 36 centimetres or just over 14 inches. The base itself, taken from the back, including the little sign at the front, is roughly 43 centimetres or just 17 inches. And across the base is roughly 35 centimetres or just under 14 inches. Now, bear in mind, this is a statue, so there is no articulation to it to change the pose and anything. The only thing that can go up or down are these little arm flaps, so you can raise or lower those each side, but the rest of it is a static piece. Overall, I think it's a great statue. I'll take some close-ups and everything for you, but I hope you enjoyed this video.